Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there's a story that was shared in the Daily Nation, which actually exposes William Samoei Ruto's fear within Kenya Kwanza. And the story has a headline, Ruto move to break up grouping in coalition. That's the headline. And if you read the story, you will learn that. Here's what it's saying. Housekeeping. President William Ruto has moved to avert a fallout in his Kenya Kwanza alliance by banning regional caucus in parliament that were reported inflaming tension within the ruling coalition. This could also be aimed at containing fiction from Mount Kenya and Western that were coalescing around DP Ruto Gachagua and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. That's what continues in page 4. They have elaborated there the whole story. So that tells you that there is some fear that is developing in Kenya Kwanza, which seemingly is a threat to William Samoei Ruto. But then, what is this threat? And who can be a threat to William Samoei Ruto as of now, going forward? Is it the regrouping around Musalia Mudavadi, or those are regrouping around his deputy, Ruto Gachagua? That's the big question. And I can tell you, the biggest threat that Ruto can face is the people who are coalescing around his deputy, Ruto Gachagua. For Musalia Mudavadi, that means a blessing to William Ruto. And I will explain to you this one. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, Ruto is learning one thing. Allowing Ruto Gachagua, and that's the main reason why Ruto is trying to ban this regrouping, though he cannot manage to ban them completely. The reality is that allowing Gachagua to have some members of parliament, governors, senators coalescing around him, especially those from Mount Kenya region, means creating another William Ruto of 2017 against Uhuru Kenyatta. That's the truth. Because Uhuru was so much reluctant to an extent he lost a grip on Jubilee Party, which gave a chance to William Ruto. To a time when when Uhuru came out with a purge in the party, it was easy for William Samoei Ruto to walk out with more than 70% of Jubilee leaders to UDA side. And he was much popular because then Ruto was enjoying the massive sympathy from the public. He played the victim role. It worked for him so nicely. That is something that Ruto Gachagua is looking for. Such that in case Ruto will come with the purge against him, then he will still play that victim role, then it will turn into sympathy. And that way, it will be easy for Gachagua to walk out from Kenya Kwanza with the majority of leaders from Mount Kenya region, because they will be singing, oh, one of our own, amekuwa intimidated. So Ruto does not want this to happen because he's a beneficiary of the same. So a powerful Gachagua means a threat to William Ruto. So his aim is on Ruto Gachagua. Forget about Musalia Mudavadi. That is the real truth here. Because you cannot empower Gachagua and the way he's talking. Because the other day we had the governor, huyu wa Nyeri, akisema Kikuyu and Kalenjin are going to stay together until 2032 continuously. That means Gachagua is also preparing to take over from William Ruto. And Gachagua is learning something from Ruto. Nothing is given on a silver plate. You have to work for it, and again, at some point, power is grabbed. Power is never given. And Ruto has demonstrated this. Power is always grabbed. So Gachagua will never sit anywhere waiting for anyone to give him power. He's going to grab it. That's why you see even he come out with a lot of contradicting statements from William Ruto most of the time. So the target person here is Gachagua. Ruto does not want Gachagua to sit down with these members of parliament from Mount Kenya. Then they start talking about, Gachagua and all those things. So that when they want anything from the president, they go through Gachagua. That's what Gachagua would want. But Ruto wants these people to access him directly, not necessarily going through Rigathi Gachagua. This can also be explained on how Ruto managed to come out with the executive order number 1 of 2023, giving a lot of powers concerning the operation within the government to the office of Musalia Mudavadi. The reality is that Mudavadi has more roles. He has a bigger say on most of the things that happens in this government. But Gachagua, I'm quite reduced to a man who will now be responding to Raila, respond to every manner of things. He will be abusing and attacking Uhuru Kenyatta. But Mudavadi will be busy working. Now, come to the other side. How can William Samoei Ruto be not happy if Musalia Mudavadi is making some progress in Western region by managing to bring leaders around him? To me, and I know to William Ruto, he is well aware, and all of you understand this, you can agree with me. Anyone coalescing around Musalia Mudavadi from Western region means a blessing and a plus to William Samoei Ruto. That is the truth. I'm saying this because in the previous election, 2022 general election, William Ruto did not attract good numbers from Western. He literally lost Raila Odinga. Because look here, Raila is claiming that he got 2 million votes from Mount Kenya. Though in the numbers we got, that Chebukati announced, we had 1 million. But Ruto did not manage even to get 1 million votes from Raila Odinga's stronghold, which is Western. Ruto got merely 600,000 votes from Western region. But remember, in that Western region, if you go to Trans Nzoia, we have Kalenjins there. So you have to remember that. That's the truth. So, because he never attracted good numbers in Western, and Mudavadi managing to bring people together, these members of parliament, that means a plus for Ruto. So he would want that to happen, but then because Mount Kenya is also reiterating through Rigathi Gachagua, it is poisonous. So the aim here is to stop Rigathi Gachagua. And that's why I was telling you the other time, in as much we are saying that Mudavadi, because he's in this government, Luhyas should not suffer in the hands of Kalenjins in Rift Valley, the way we were seeing people are being beaten up in the business. The other reality that I was telling people in the comment section was that Kakamega is yet to accept Mudavadi as their leader going forward. Why? Because, and I said this in the comment, if you check how voting happened in Kakamega County, because these people were being beaten up from Kakamega, Azimio managed to get 12, out of 12 constituencies, 11 members of parliament. Out of those 11, ODM as a party managed to get 10. Okay? And then DAPK party, Eugene Wamalo wakapata 1, making it 11. Then ANC party, Musalia Mudavadi, managed to get only 1 seat. That means Kakamega is still strongly behind Raila Amolo Odinga. Okay? Because of that, those people whom see they were being frustrated in Eldoret, they are more of a Raila people, but not even Musalia Mudavadi. So again, I'm repeating this because I want people to get it right. Because someone said that, Mudavadi waliana na watu kwa Kenya, watu wagani? Wagani? If in a whole county, politics of Western is always, you will define it by focusing on Kakamega. Kakamega will give a direction on how Luhyas will vote. Where they vote the majority, then that's where most of the Luhyas are going to vote. That means going with Kakamega, it shows you what the rest did. So up to there, you can see governors, Watani, Azimio, apart from Bungoma. So Ruto would want this to happen in Western, but not necessarily in Rift Valley, because he don't have any much access to Western. So he needs someone who will try to help and make a breakthrough. That's what Mudavadi is trying to do. But then Gachagua is there also reiterating. So to me, Ruto is busy here trying to stop Rigathi Gachagua because there is panic in Statehouse. He's sensing danger. He cannot sit pretty and see Gachagua trying to manage pool numbers towards him, an area where he enjoyed a lot of support. So because of this, that is the main reason. If it were just only Musalia Mudavadi, then Ruto will have no problem. He will be happy. He will be ready even to pump in man and help him to have that access. Gachagua hawezi nyamaza. Anaweza hata pambana na Ruto kuanzia tu 2027. If he's very sure that he can have good numbers around him, Gachagua can go against William Ruto in 2027. So, to avoid all this, he's trying to stop Rigathi Gachagua, but no one else. I don't know your views, but that is my thinking. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. Let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation.